Peace and blessings, everyone. Hi, it's Ashanté Fernandes from Gemineye Holistics, and I'll be doing your Saturn Goes Direct reading today. So as some of you may be familiar with, and some of you may not, Saturn's a pretty big cosmic giant for us. It has a lot of astrological impact over our lives. And it really rules over specific karmas, past life energies, and karmas from this lifetime that are deeply affecting us. Karmas are situations or cycles that continue to kind of come about over and over again. And the reason that they do is normally so that we can develop an area of our consciousness or learn specific lessons that will help us elevate on our soul's journey. So basically today we'll be looking at how some of that energy has affected us while Saturn was in retrograde, what lessons we learned, and how we can learn to apply those particular messages and lessons into our lives as we move forward. So, if you've already picked your specific gemstone for this particular reading, you don't have to look at this part. You can actually skip down to the comments below, and you'll be able to skip to the point in the video where your particular stone does come up. Okay? So for those of you who haven't picked your gemstone yet, you can actually sit tight and we'll do a small meditation to be able to help you to choose your stone. So I want you to close your eyes and focus in on your breathing. Take a deep breath in and out, and in and out. And I want you to find your center. Now that you've found your center, ask yourself the following questions. What messages did Saturn in retrograde have for me? How can I apply those lessons to my life moving forward? Breathe in and out one more time, and as you do, open your eyes and find the crystal that most resonates with you. The first crystal is Malachite, the second is Amazonite, the third rose quartz, and the final crystal is black tourmaline. Choose the pile that most resonates for you. Okay, so now that you've chosen your pile, you can go down to the comments below and pick the timestamp for that specific gemstone that gets you to your reading. We're going to start with Malachite. And we're going to open up the cards for Malachite. We have You Are Safe by Archangel Miguel. We have Celtic, and we also have Compassion coming up. So these particular cards are really interesting, especially in combination with the actual gemstone of Malachite, because this particular gemstone is very transformative. And its energy is all around transmuting negative energy into positive energy. So the first card that comes up for you is You Are Safe, which is Archangel Miguel. And it says, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. So during the past couple of months, you might have been exploring new ways to spiritually protect your energy, which is a very, very, very important part of doing spiritual work, as well as healing emotionally and physically as well. When we feel safe, we feel grounded, we're able to be more productive, we're able to get more out of life. When we are in a state of fear, it's very destructive to many of our chakra points, to our mental wellness, to our emotional wellness, and all types of things. So the energy of this is really giving me, you're a spiritual warrior. You've gone through a lot of different trials, a lot of different situations and issues have come up for you, but you have gotten through them and you've learned to spiritually protect yourself in a way that's giving you an opportunity to heal and grow and expand as a person. So this messaging coming up for you is really a lot around you understanding your own ability to spiritually protect yourself and blossoming, sorry about that, guys, blossoming into your own particular gifts in that specific area. So let's move forward. We have the Celtic card coming up for your past life card. And this specific card is really interesting because it deals with the Celtic cultures, which are Irish as well as Scottish. So you're looking at maybe possibly having ancestry in those areas or spending a specific lifetime in that space. One of the interesting things about the spirituality from this particular areas and this particular culture is that it was heavily influenced by the Druidic priests that came from Kemet and actually shared some of their mystic energies and their Egyptian or Kemetic mysteries with these people and created their own form of spirituality. So that's a really interesting energy to come up for a past lifetime card. You may have spent a lifetime here in any of those areas, and that specific karma or energy is coming up as a challenge for you. So if you were to look more into your past lifetime energies and you saw a lifetime where you experienced this particular energy, this is going to be an area of interest for you as far as clearing and healing karmas. Now, the final card that does come up is compassion. Now, this is coming from our shadow card deck. So this is all about shadow work. So working with compassion and the idea of shadow work is really interesting, especially as you have the You Are Safe card coming up from the angel deck. And I really feel like the energy here is around using compassion with your boundaries. So you've gone through this point of establishing yourself and making sure that you're safe, but utilizing compassion to balance that energy to be able to come into a spiritual alignment or spiritual awareness where you're less looking at specific events as an attack on you, but more so as an opportunity to understand human nature from a different perspective. So you may be dealing with karmic issues or karmic soulmates that have come in and possibly violated some of your safety or been toxic or have made you feel like you need to be more defensive. The energy of compassion is coming in as a balance to that to help you to know that yes, you are safe. You've done the work that you've needed to do. Congratulations with that. So if you've created or established those boundaries with those people or situations and you've done the groundwork to make yourself more stable, that's achieved. So now the work that needs to be done is around having both compassion for yourself and others. So bringing that compassion to a space where you're able to release and let go of any bitterness, any toxic residual energies, any hurt or pain or anger that you're carrying with you from dealing with those particular experiences or people, and allowing that to flow and, be released through the experience of having compassion for yourself or understanding better other people's actions and why they have taken those actions by having compassion for them. So not to make excuses for people who are toxic or to say by any means you need to tolerate any level of toxicity in your life, but maybe exploring why you've attracted these types of people towards you or the origin issues as to why these particular types of karmic situations come up for you. By utilizing compassion, we can neutralize some of those particular energies. So going in and maybe seeing that maybe there's a wounding that happened when you were young, or in your inner child specific area or relationship that you have with yourself. There might be some wounding there. There might be some wounding around how you have had to learn how to survive, or there might have been some wounding that occurred with the different traumas that you've experienced in your life. And those particular wounds need to be addressed with compassion, of course, for yourself, but also looking at the specific situations that cultivated them. Because if you don't understand why these situations are occurring, there's no way that you can really move forward for them. They might just keep popping up in other areas of your life. So let's say you've dealt with abuse, or you've dealt with people misusing or mistreating you, then you might just keep finding those situations. Maybe you might not find it in interpersonal relationships, but you might find it on in your professional relationships, or in other areas of your life where you feel like you're being objectified or used. So allowing yourself to really address those core root issues. What are those deep-rooted insecurities that you're carrying? What are those particular trigger points that you're dealing with emotionally? And utilizing compassion for yourself, and also compassion for the situation, to be able to heal and move forward from that, and then utilizing that as a superpower for yourself. So really, you guys are coming away with the gift of understanding from this particular cycle, because this cycle has taught you and given you the tools necessary for you to feel grounded enough to do that work. So that's the energy that I definitely get from this particular part of the reading. So if it resonated for you, definitely let me know in the comments down below that it was a impactful or a potent reading for you. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, and make sure to share and subscribe as well. So thank you so much for spending this time with us. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, definitely go ahead to the description box down below and check out the information there as well. So let's move forward into our next part of the reading. All right, Amazonite is the stone that we're seeing here. So let's see what Amazonite has for us. So the angel card that's coming up for you, Amazonite, is Outdoors, which is Archangel Jophiel. You're also seeing Scribe or Writer for your past life card, and we're seeing Ascension inverted. So it's been a pretty emotional ride for you, this particular retrograde. We have Outdoors, which is Archangel Jophiel. It says, go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature to relieve stress, and gain new creative ideas. So this is inverted, so there may have been some limitations around you being able to do the self-care that's necessary, especially as it pertains to doing self-care with nature, that you really need to address. So we really want you to kind of be able to de-stress from a lot of the specific things that have come up for you. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but the Ascension card is really kind of coming up and sticking out for me, especially as it's inverted. You've probably been experiencing a lot of Ascension symptoms, so you've probably been going through it. You might have been getting physical symptoms, either with headaches or body aches or weird sensations in your body, feeling fatigued, nervous, having anxiety, all these different things. There's been quite a few shifts that's taken place over the entirety of Saturn being in retrograde. There were a lot of gateway shifts and openings, downloads that happened, all kinds of stuff. You need to de-stress from just being yourself. Like, you didn't even necessarily have to go through things, although you might have gone through specific issues, but you just need a break. you need a moment to really like take care of yourself and reconnect and calm down. So I would definitely suggest if you could get away for even like a couple days to just like a natural environment, maybe go on a retreat or take yourself away on a retreat for just a couple moments, maybe go take a day to go to the beach or go to the mountains, go to like a river, just someplace in nature where you feel comfortable, and even if it's just honestly your own little personal meditation space, but just go out and connect with nature, because you have gone through a journey and an adventure spiritually where you are being brought to higher levels of consciousness inside of yourself, but you don't quite have the self-care that's necessary there for you to be able to take care of yourself in a way that allows you to be able to fully just, experience the groundedness of it. So it seems very traumatic for you, this growth process, but it's just because you really don't have the tools that are necessary to ground you. So if you can, definitely maybe start journaling, definitely start writing, because this is a past life gift that you have. You have probably the gift of manifestation through writing as well. So writing can be a very integral part for you to heal. So writing down the things that you want to happen, releasing the past by writing down the past emotions that have created issues or traumas for you is also going to be a healthy release. Definitely get into journaling, honey. But if you need some therapy or anything, like indulge yourself and really give yourself the things that you need in order to heal, because you've gone through quite a journey, quite an experience as Saturn has retrograded. But this experience has made you stronger than you're even able to fully grasp. So now that it's gone direct, and a lot of these planets are going to start to go direct as well, it's going to give you an opportunity to get a little bit more grounded, heal yourself a little bit more, and really pay attention to yourself in that way. So that's my recommendation for you, Amazonite. A lot of emotional transformation and healing has taken place. So really give yourself those particular coping mechanisms and tools that you need in order to heal. So just indulge yourself in taking care of you, okay? Because you have gone through quite a journey, my friends, spiritually. Okay, so that's the reading for Amazonite. If you guys felt like it resonated with you, make sure you go down ahead to the comments and leave us a little message. Make sure that you give us a thumbs up and share this particular video with those who you think it would be helpful for. If there's anything that that you have questions about, maybe consider getting a personal reading. You can check out the information for personal readings. We're running sales and all that type of stuff all the time. So it can be very, very rewarding to make sure that you treat yourself to things like that. We also offer energy healing services, all that different kind of stuff. So make sure you check that out in the description box below. And I really hope that this reading was helpful for you. Make sure you stay on your path, Amazonite, because it has been, like I said, a journey for you guys. So that is that. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, and consider subscribing if you feel so. And the child in the back agrees. All right. So let's see what we have for you, rose quartz. Look at that. It's a beautiful piece of rose quartz. Okay. So we have the leadership card, which comes up for you, Archangel Gabriel. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position yourself to lovingly guide others. Interesting. Imprisonment or slavery comes up for your past life card, and the outlaw comes up for your shadow card. So look, I'm just going to look at everything all together. You are a rebel, okay? You've gone through some stuff. You've gone through things in your past lifetime where you were physically and literally oppressed. You are extremely strong, though, because those particular experiences have brought some of these really, really amazing leadership qualities to the surface for you. You have the ability to influence not only people around you, but entire groups, like communities of people, because you have this spirit in you where you're just not going to take any type of injustice, any type of BS. You might be an activist of some sort. You might have just a very, very strong voice within yourself, or a part of you that really, really wants to just make a difference or make a change in the world. So confronting some of those particular issues that came up for you during Saturn in retrograde, it was around finding that freedom that you had from a past life experience, very much so fervently lost. And so you might experience legal troubles or legal issues even until this lifetime, because you just have a spirit that's just rebellious. You have a spirit that's just like, listen, this stuff right here that I don't agree with, I'm not going to get down for it. And it doesn't matter if it's controversial for other people to see it or controversial for other people to hear what your opinions are. These things are really important. And it's actually an important part of you exercising your voice. Your voice is really needed. Your perspective and your experiences in this lifetime are really needed. And it doesn't matter if it makes other people uncomfortable, because it's about you really coming into a space where you're able to align that want to help others along with really this fervent just chain for like injustice and shifting paradigms, because you do not agree with how things are currently going. Like, there's a part of you that is just like, listen, I came to break down barriers. I came to shift consciousness. I came to change. You're a spiritual badass, and you have a lot of really like just innovative ideas, innovative concepts that you really need to share with the world. So this whole experience of Saturn coming into retrograde has really helped you to find your voice. And as you move forward for you, it's going to be about utilizing that rebellious nature that you have for a specific cause that helps you to actually make difference and make changes in the world. So you're a wild spirit, but you have like so much cool energy about you. Like, you've really gone through the fire, but you're like, listen, I'm still here. I'm still ready to move forward. I'm still ready to get these things done. So if you've experienced a lot of like challenges over this past couple of months, where you thought maybe you might not make it through those particular things, those experiences were there to help you activate your freedom, help you activate your freedom of expression, and take on the responsibility that maybe you might feel like you want to run from sometimes, of really kind of being that person that is a little bit of the whistleblower, a little bit of the person who says, hey, you know, these things aren't correct, these things aren't right, so I'm going to stand up for those things. So it's just about bringing that energy a little bit more into balance so that you can do good works in the world. But you are a firecracker. You're a wild one. You got some pretty cool energy with you. So that is the energy that I pick up for you, Rose Quartz. You're on a very interesting path where you're really going to make some changes and impact a lot of communities, a lot of people in some really heavy ways moving forward, because you've learned these lessons the hardest ways possible, but you just have like this vivacious spirit that's vibrant and committed to your ideas, committed to your ideals, and you're just not going to vary from that. So that's very interesting for you, Rose Quartz. So if that reading resonated with you, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe if you're interested in more upcoming pick-a-cards and other types of readings that we'll be sharing on the channel in the future. Make sure you hit the notification bell because you just never know when I'm going to upload. And I'm going to try and get better about that, but yeah, so make sure that you guys stay in contact with us. If you feel like you want a personal reading, definitely check us out in the description box below. There's all the information that you need to be able to get in contact with us for a specific personalized reading. All right, thank you, Rose Quartz, so much for adding your energy and being with us today. So here is the final, but definitely not least reading for us for today. Black Tourmaline, you have a lot of energy coming through. Okay, so the cards that come up for you are Beloved One, Archangel Miguel, Leaving or Traveling from the Past Life cards, Self-Love from the Shadow deck, and you actually have two shadow cards, which is Share Wisdom is also coming out for you as well. So let's look at your angel card, Beloved One, Archangel Miguel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So there could be some soulmates that have come up for you that have really kind of shifted your perspective. In the past, you may have been tempted to leave or change those spaces where you existed with those particular soulmates in your past lives. So this could be a specific person romantically, or this could even be like family or friend relationships. There's a big energy around travel. Your energy is definitely one of like, if this is not the space for me, I'm leaving, I'm moving, I'm going. And that is actually a past life impulsivity, like, or impulsion. I don't know what the word is there. But anyway, that's a past life impulse. That's something that's coming from these different past life experiences. But the self-love card does come up here. So there has been a beautiful experience around you. Maybe you want to move, or maybe you're thinking of moving. And this is about you shifting your environment, changing the way that you see the world, changing the way that you interact with people. Travel might be something that's really important for you or therapeutic for you, and it helps you with your relationships. It seems like you have some stuff that you have dealt with in your past, either romantic, again, like I said, or friendship, or even family relationships, where you have these deep connections with people from past lifetimes, but you really need to you really come to a place where you start to put your own self first. And inside of that, that's very beautiful, but there's an energy here where you do need to share this wisdom that you've gained from your travels or from your experiences in these particular deep relationships and in these particular dealings with people. There's a need for you to open up, and maybe you don't feel quite comfortable as of yet. You're still like, I'm still new to this. I'm still learning about how to heal myself. But again, you have a very, very important voice. So it's really, yes, you're in a space where you're still cultivating, but Spirit definitely wants you to move to a place where you're sharing your experiences with others. Maybe you're going to start a blog or a vlog. Maybe you share these experiences through social media. Maybe you just share these experiences with a group of people that you really trust. or there's some wisdom that you have gained. Maybe you write a book, or you start a course or something, but there's a lot of wisdom that you have accumulated from these particular experiences where you've come into your own individuality. So for you, your challenge here was to stick it through, but also to find your place in the world. Find the place that represents or helps you to feel your best and go through that journey. You went on a long journey. You went on a journey that was either very spiritual, or you went on a physical journey. And in that journey, you experienced some different transformations. So now it's time for you to share that energy with others in a way that's going to help impact the world in a better way. So that is the energy that I get for you, Black Tourmaline. You've got a lot of wisdom with you. And I definitely want to encourage you to open up and share your voice. So you can start by saying that in the comments below if this was a resonant reading for you. Give us a thumbs up or share this reading with those who you think might help. Of course, this is a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading that specifically deals with your particular energy, go ahead down to the go ahead down to the description box below, and you'll find all the information on how you can get a personal reading with me. And all the information will be down there. So it's been a wonderful pleasure reading for you guys. These are some powerful readings. You guys are some really cool people. And I hope that each and every one of you find your way and your path on your journey. So peace and blessings, and thank you so much for spending this time with us. I thank everyone who's made it this far in the video or has chosen or selected this stone. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.